Hello and welcome to the Big Balloon with me, Phileas Flash. Bing, bang, bong. Where did you go? Oh, hang on. I feel like one of those hair adverts. Take 2 bottles into the shower. Not me, I just take a giant balloon. Lovely. Now, you might wonder why I've got a giant balloon on my head. Well, I have to tell you, I've been watching all these amazing street performers and I've seen people do this big, great climb inside the balloon trick. I just can't work out why it's not working for me. Definitely one of those things you don't want to try at home, hey? But you know what? I'm trying this out because this week the Big Balloon is all about the Edmonton International Street Performers Festival. 2020 would have been the 36th year of the Edmonton International Street Performers Festival, making it the oldest street performing festival in North America. It draws some of the finest street performers and buskers from all over the world to perform here in Alberta in Canada. However, this year, due to the COVID crisis, we've unfortunately had to take the festival online. But don't despair, because there's some amazing activities that have been happening over on the Street Performers website, including highlights from previous years, some fresh performances, and of course, some workshops where you can try out some circus skills of your own. I think I figured out why it's not working. It's because I haven't pumped it up yet, look. If I pump it up, I reckon in no time at all, I'll be able to try getting in the big, it's not, this pump's not going to work, is it? I'll tell you what, look, hang on, sorry. Oh, I'll tell you what, it's cheaper than Botox doing that, hey? Oh. Anyway, look guys, listen, I'm not going to be climbing inside this big balloon today. Oh no, because I have a jam-packed episode all about the Edmonton Street Performers Festival to get through. I've got my balloon hero to make. That's a caricature of someone I find inspirational. What else? Oh, you get to guess what this week's big balloon will be. How exciting. And, of course, I've got a balloon tutorial where I show you how to make a simple balloon out of standard 260 size balloons. So, get ready, because the big balloon is coming soon. I'll tell you, one of the problems with making a show all on your own is that you have to do everything, right? From making the balloons to being your own cameraman to, tidying up. You have to do it all. What I need is someone to help me. Wait a minute, I know someone helpful. This week's balloon hero. Because today's balloon hero is actually representing a load of balloon heroes today. This is Glenn Nelson. And Glenn Nelson is one of our amazing volunteers for the Edmonton International Street Performers Festival. The Street Performers Festival wouldn't be the same without its amazing team of volunteers. They do loads of thankless tasks all around the site, from cleaning it up to keeping people informed as to what's going on. They really are the heart and soul of the festival. So join with me in giving a huge round of applause. You see, it's going around. To the real stars of the Street Performers Festival, the wonderful volunteer team who are our balloon heroes this week. If you are a regular viewer of the Big Balloon with me, Phileas Flash, then you will know that these 3 letters mean it's time to try and guess what our big balloon will be. This week we have S, T and U. So let's see what the clues are today. Our first clue is S. Now, S is a very easy clue for me to make up this week because S stands for street performer. Obviously, it's a street festival, so this week our big balloon will be a street performer. Or it could stand for show, because our big balloon this week is also a show. What else have I got? T. Now T stands for training, because this is a skill act. And, oh look, S could stand for skill. But no, we're at T. Thor's hammer. T stands for Thor's. No, sorry, we're not into that this week. T stands for training, as I said. This particular artiste would need a lot of training to be able to perform the act that they're going to do, especially on the street. And the final letter this week is U. It looks like a big magnet. Sorry, the letter U, and U. U stands for upper, or to be more exact, U stands for upper body strength, because to perform this act you need upper body strength. That's right, our big balloon this week is a specialist type of acrobat, someone known as a hand balancer. Now that doesn't mean he balances hands or she balances hands. No, it means they use their hands to balance. A lot like this little balloon is here. You see? This little balloon is using his hands to balance on this hat. So this week, guys, as well as the big balloon, I'm going to show you how to make this little balloon. And this little balloon can go on your head. I mean, what festival would be complete without a balloon hat? So grab your 260 standard size twisting balloons and grab your balloon pump, because it's time to learn how to make a hand balancing hat. Woo! Okay, here we go. So we are going to start with a 5-finger tail on our balloon, and we're going to keep it nice and soft. And to do that, look, I'm just going to burp the balloon. Burp. I'm going to make a quick knot. Now, do remember, if you're a beginner balloon artist, you can always pause and rewind the video and go back and see how exactly what I've done. Okay, now I'm going to make a little bubble. This bubble is roughly 2 fingers in size, and then I'm going to squeeze the air down a bit, and I'm going to make roughly a 3.5 finger loop, so 3.5 fingers each side, just big enough for my thumb to go through, or that bubble that I just passed through to lock it. Then I'm going to make a 6-finger bubble. Remember to always twist in the same direction, making sure it's nice and squishy. Then I'm going to make another, that's a 1.5 finger bubble, and I'm going to twist that and make it into a pinch twist by pulling the 2 twists together. Okay, we're going to move along a little bit, so a 4-finger bubble. Then I'm going to make another little pinch twist. I'm going to squeeze the air down. Always nice to have a nice soft balloon. So another pinch twist by making a bubble the same size as the 1.5 finger bubble, pulling the ends together to pinch it in. Now let's see, I'm going to make a 3-finger bubble, and then I'm going to take another 3-finger bubble and take it back into that first pinch twist just over here. Okay, and I'm just going to push it in and then twist it round, just like this. Here we go then. So, as you can see, I now have a chest and I have an arm. I'm armed and dangerous. I'm going to push the air down a little bit, just because I want the balloon, as I said, nice and squishy, and we're going to make a 4-finger bubble. Now remember, this is an approximate size. Your fingers may be bigger or smaller than mine. And we're just going to make that bubble. We're going to match that bubble, make another one, and take it into the pinch twist on the other side. Then I'm going to push the air down like this. And I'm just going to, let's see, just rearrange that around there, make sure it's tied in nicely on that pinch twist, nice and secure. And then I'm going to make a little bubble at the end and make another loop. Now be careful, this part of the balloon can be under quite a lot of pressure. As you see, mine isn't. Now I'm going to take the little bubble and push it through just to lock it. Oh, it's a bit tight. So if this balloon was under pressure, you could always pop this bit and add another scrap in, but we don't need to on this particular instance. So I'm going to take a second flesh tone balloon, 260, and I'm yet again same size again, 5-finger tail, and I'm going to have a little pinch twist. Now it's not quite as important the size of the tail on this balloon, it just needs to be nice and squishy. Pinch twist, and then I'm going to make a loop much the same as I made, the same size as the loop I made on that first hand. This is maybe a bit bigger, so a 3 or 4 finger loop. Okay, so it's a lot like it's just the same as the hand we made before. This is going to form the head section and either the neck or the jaw with the pinch twist. Now, I'm going to feed this through, as you can see, between the chest and the back. Just going to thread it through, just pull it through. Should go through nice and easily if your balloons are nice and squishy. And then you can have a look and decide how long you want the neck, if you want a neck at all. Yeah, yeah, here we go. So I'm going to take the balloon and I'm going to basically attach it into the base here. So the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to feed the balloon through on itself. So just through the space, so the one twist rests in with the other twist at the bottom. Okay, and now you have a shape that looks like this. It's starting to look like a person. Turn it round and go up the other side. So we're going to go back up through the same hole that we came down through and back to that head. We're going to get ahead of ourselves. I'm so funny. No, not really. Yeah, so I'm just going to twist this in yet again into the same place where that pinch twist was, and then pull the balloon down and do a bit of positioning. Now in a second I'm going to show you how to snap this balloon off. This scrap I don't need, so I'm going to make it nice and squishy, and then I'm going to push my thumbs through, pulling it with my fingers. So I pull it with my fingers and then look, force it through with my thumbs, and as I pinch my fingers together, it's meant that I can hold it until we get to this stage and then tie it off. Now that's an advanced move. If you don't know how to do that, you could always use scissors on the balloon, or you can practice that. It's one of my favorite things to do. As you'll notice now, I've just wrapped that scrap around, tied it into a knot, wrapped it around, and now our hand balancer has a head, and this can either form cheeks or a neck. It's your choice, or you could be a chin. I'm not actually drawing a face on my hand balancer. I didn't really like the look of it with a face, so I'm going to twist this head around. Look at his head twist round until I'm happy with the position it's in. Okay, now we're going to make some pants for our hand balancer. Yet again, a 5-finger tail, the same. We're going to make a little pinchy twist. This is a 2-finger bubble, and it's you know what? This is all pretty much one loop. It's the same thing. A slightly bigger loop to make the feet, and I just push that through to lock it off. Okay. I'm going to take the knot and wrap it round just to tidy things up. My goodness, we're going fast today. Yep, and I've got a foot. Now, this bubble here is probably 8 fingers. It's not quite a foot. That's because it's a leg. You see it? No. Anyway, yeah, so I'm going to make another little pinch twist here. That's a 2-finger bubble, turn it into a pinch twist. And as you might notice, these are the standard 260 size balloons. I'm just going to feed this straight through, round underneath to give them a groin. Okay, so we've got a leg. Now you could leave it like that if you want, but I think it looks better with another pinch twist. It gives us a bit more positioning. So I'm going to make another pinch twist the same size. And just wrap that round again. Okay. Then we take our other leg and we see what's a foot again. Just position that so we have one bubble on either side of the groin. And here we go. I just squeeze the air down. Decide how big I want the foot, match up the leg size. We don't want him walking in circles. We're just going to match up that leg size, make a little bubble and wrap around any scrap. Yet again, if your balloon is too big, too small at this point, you can use scissors or break it off. It's your choice. And now we have legs and arms. In fact, we have a little guy. Now, this is a shock twist. All I've done is I've just bent the balloon and then I'm pinching and releasing, and it adds a little knee in there. So if you want him to have a bent leg, you can give him a knee. Okay, and look, there we go. Now look, watch again. The other way of doing a shock twist is just squeezing and releasing with your hand like this, and the warmth of your hand should give you a nice little curve in the balloon. And there we have our friend. Look, he's hand balancing on my finger. Let's see how he balances. Ooh, not so great. Okay, so I think I need to just reposition the pinch twists. Pinch twist. Yeah, that's what's wrong. I've got to turn this into a pinch twist by wrapping the knot around. Okay, so I'm going to wrap that knot around, turn it into a pinch twist, squeeze the air down. I think the more air you have in this particular bubble, the better he stands, or the better he balances. But let's see if he balances. Good enough. He balances beautifully. He has great upper body strength. Yes. Now, you could just use this for a centerpiece or anything along those lines. You could just use a weight in that hand, but we're going to make it into a hat. 2 fingers on the end of this balloon. Now, I need to size it. How am I going to do that? Yes, around my own head. This will be big enough for my head. So I'm making a little bubble. We're going to make a very simple hat. A little bubble and turning it into a loop. Most simple of balloon hats I could think of to hand balance this on. I'm just going to squeeze the air down. Then I'm going to find out roughly just under halfway. I'm going to make a little pinch twist, just a small, teeny, tiny one. One bubble, 1 finger bubble. Turn it into a pinch twist, bing, bang, bong, and look. I'm then going to find the bigger of the 2 hands. And I'm going to feed, bigger, not the smaller one. I'm going to feed the pinch twist in between those fingers. So it goes into that little loop. Then finally, I'm going to make a little bubble that goes into that, into the loop. So, hang on. You could just feed this in. That's probably what I normally do, but I'm going to make it easy for you. So I'm going to turn this, I'm going to find the middle section, and then I'm just going to roll one section, and that gives you a little twist just to make it easier. Less chance of it popping that way, I guess. And then we're just going to wrap that round a few times, and then we're on to final positioning, just like this. Yeah, there we go. So I'm going to turn the heel of his hand around so he sticks out at a nice angle, and it looks like he's doing an impossible bit of upper body strength balancing. Here we go. Let's see if it works. Hang on a minute. Ta-da! One hand balancing hat! Hey guys, you might want to grab a seat because, as you know, if you're a street performer, one of the most important skills you can learn is how to build an audience. And as you can see, I've built a terrific one. Would you like to see how I made them? Whoa! $20! What a huge tip! I mean, what Street Performers Festival would be complete without a little bit of hatting after the big finale? And talking of that, guys, if you did want to donate to the Edmonton Street Performers Festival, you will find a link in the comments below. And yeah, maybe you can help me out. You see, my audience have been great today, but they are the strong and silent type. Well, at least until you pop them. So, do me a favour. Why not give me a virtual round of applause by giving me a big thumbs up in the comments below? And one more thing. Oh yeah, make sure you subscribe to The Big Balloon on YouTube and share this video. And then I'll know you're really listening and you're enjoying all this work I put into these things. And she's about to do her next trick, so I better go. And I'll see you again soon for another Big Balloon.